fight. That's what we do. And right now, what Carl Froch is trying to prove to the American audience who's never seen him before is that he's a real fighter. Yeah. It's a tough division, Nick. There are a lot of good fighters at 168 pounds. He has to make a mark here. This is his time. I don't care who he's fighting. He has to impress.
No doubt. There's a combination from Rybacki. Nothing serious, but at least he's punching back. He's keeping his distance. Froch content to circle, and cautiously try to walk his man down. Froch missing a lot this round. A little left hand lands there from Froch. He's on the right. The right sails way wide, way over the head. And that's a stumble, it looked like. And John Keane called it that. Albert Rybacki in black and white took this fight on 3 days' notice. He wasn't training for another one. Froch, a little rough stuff inside there. Combination lands left, right, and then back with that left hand. Froch getting his offense in gear. Double jab from Froch. He tries to connect with the hook. There's a right to the body. So Froch starting to string shots together.
I mentioned, Nick, that the super middleweight division is certainly one of the deepest in boxing, and at the top you have a fighter, Joe Calzaghe, who pound for pound is top 3. This is what Carl Froch has to deal with. You see, he hasn't made my top 10. #1 WBC. Tough division. Mikkel Kessler lost to Calzaghe, but he's still a top fighter. A lot of good undefeated fighters. Jermaine Taylor in there, who lost a close fight with Kelly Pavlik. Also, a couple of names not in there. Sakio Bika, Alan Green easily could be top 10. Very, very deep division. Froch wants Calzaghe, but Froch is probably going to have to settle for somebody else.
Relax, side to side, don't force anything, all right? Sharp jab. He's going to throw a jab in the right hand, so you don't want to get it with it. Use the gloves and the head movement, all right?
Albert Rybacki hanging around on pure toughness. His face is starting to get redder by the moment, so he's taking a lot of shots from Froch. And as you said, Steve, it is a sparring session.
It is, and the one thing Froch has to guard against here, Nick, is if it goes too long, then it becomes a negative for Carl Froch.
Tell me about it. Rybacki backs off, tries to come forward. Froch looking for the openings. Left hand low again. Haven't seen that right uppercut much. We've seen it on film before, and it's devastating.
Rybacki's giving Froch very little to work off. Look, he's just stepping back. He's not punching. That's why this fight will probably be extended, or has been extended this far. If the Polish fighter had been more aggressive from the start, I think it'd be over by now.
Yeah, he's certainly not walking to it. He's walking away, but Froch sort of following him around. Very relaxed pace. Froch tries to open up with a lead right hand. He pumped the jab in a couple of times before that. But mostly single shots from Carl Froch. Nice body shot from Rybacki, his best punch of the night. Back comes Froch, hammering to the body with a right hand.
Yeah, a little wide there. He should be careful. Sometimes his punches seem like arm punches that are kind of wide.
That's a good point, Steve. You get away with it against Albert Rybacki. There on the tail end, that nice right hand from Froch. Not against some of that class company at 168 you just talked about.
Well, what I like about Froch is that when he does come in, and he is primarily a boxer, in style anyway, when he comes in, it's almost always behind the jab. That's the punch that sets everything else up.
Good to see. Here he is hammering away, free shot after free shot. Crowd wants a knockout. Right hand follow-up left hook from Froch. but the jab set up the power shots. Right hand again from Froch. He's getting extension on those bombs now. Oh, a good left hook from Froch. And the Pole is walking into firepower. Overhand right from Froch. He's broken his right hand before.
Twice, right?
Yes, the Brian McGee fight, the Henry Porras fight. Oh, there's that right uppercut. And that hurt Albert Rybacki, who elects not to hold on and not really retreat that much. Froch is lining him up for a finish. Will he have enough clock in the third? Right uppercut. There's the end of the third.
Every time with it. Jab is nice. Yeah. The jab will make the openings, all right? I'm going to rush in, all right? Jab will make the openings. Deep breath, put your legs out, okay? Listen, side to side, the long jab, double it up.
Action from round 3. Froch, nice defense there, blocked that right hand. Now he turns it up.
Okay?
Again, his chin's a little wide open there when he throws those wide body punches. I don't love that combination. But given what he's in with, he's getting away with anything he tries. Big shots there, left hand. Landed an uppercut also in this flurry. And here it is, the uppercut. That's the punch he loves. Boy, he's telegraphing it. And I do not recommend, Carl Froch, that you keep throwing that punch from that far away. Do not telegraph it that way. That was, they saw that coming in the last row of the last section.
There will be a round 4. We're here. Nick Charles, Steve Farhood, ringside, Nottingham, England. Special Saturday Night Showbox. Thanks for being with us tonight. You saw Timothy Bradley, California native, had never fought a pro fight outside of California, take Junior Witter's super lightweight title. Now you're looking at Carl Froch, who has title aspirations of his own. He's undefeated on the right. Taking on a guy who took this fight 3 days' notice, Albert Rybacki. Froch carries a left hook, body. And Rybacki tries hooks that don't go anywhere.
Now his punch is too slow. Froch sees him coming.
Froch is going to try to close him out here. There's that uppercut.
You said round 4, right?
4 to 5, but yeah, he's going for it now. Bloodied nose, Rybacki is taking flush shots. And Steve, you're right, you know, 4th round, Froch doesn't want this guy hanging around too long.
No, it can only make him look bad. As Froch gets close, watch out for a left hook to the body. It's a punch right now that Rybacki's wide open for when they're in close.
There's an overhand right off the jab from Froch. Froch running his man down. He flurries again. The Pole refuses or doesn't know how to tie him up, it looked like. Sweeping left hook as Froch starts to chase Rybacki.
And as Froch punches to the body, that'll make Rybacki bend over more right into that uppercut.
Full extension on that left. There's the uppercut up on top then with the right hand. Sweeping left hook misses. So Froch not hitting the mark enough, but he's still bruising Albert Rybacki. Uppercut there, chopping overhand right. Froch absolutely fighting measured aggression. As it's one-way action, Steve. Yeah, Froch really trying for that right uppercut, isn't he?
Not great hand speed from Carl Froch. Not great hand speed.
Closing out the 4th. That's enough. John Keane says you're not fighting back. And the referee, there's a mercy rule in that in terms of British boxing. You could stop any time. But John Keane stepped in, and why not? Steve, not an overwhelming performance by Carl Froch by any means. Everybody, including us, looking for a little bit more against an overmatched, unbeaten, but definitely overmatched and overwhelmed Albert Rybacki. Froch gets the stoppage. The We go to the end here. Here we see hook, right hand, smashing left hook, and that's enough for John Keane. No more punishment for Albert Rybacki tonight.
There is really no point for that fight to continue. That's a veteran referee, John Keane, one of the veteran referees here in the UK. And what was the point? You know, if a fighter has no chance of winning, I mean, how many punches did Rybacki land that fight? Virtually zero. He came in, he tried. He was an undefeated fighter. He was not only not in the class of Froch, but not in the kind of condition to seriously challenge him.
5 seconds in round number 4. Our referee in charge, John Keane, stops the contest. Fighter in no condition to continue. He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is still undefeated. Carl the Cobra Froch.
Game try, Albert Rybacki, clearly again overmatched. The winner, Carl Froch. You know, 4th round stoppage looks great on paper, Steve. Glorified sparring session. Assess him now. You looked at that power pack lineup of people. Well, here we see how he closed it out again.
Nice offensive arsenal from Carl Froch. You have to keep it in perspective with what he was in with. We know this was a substitute opponent on 3 days' notice, Nick. You know what? Froch hasn't beaten the level of opposition yet to put him in the top 5 in the division. Clearly, he can be a top